Patrick Cook here. So welcome to session number 36 of our Mandelbulb3D Epic Rendering tutorial series. We're at a point now where we want to begin to prepare this for our final goal. In this particular case, I want to move toward getting a 30-inch by 20-inch print from this image. So now there's a whole bunch of different ways that you can actually edit an electronic image file, and there's ways that you can do it which are very professional, and they usually involve some money that you have to lay out. Photoshop is the undisputed king of image editing. Now, I have Photoshop. I use it on a regular basis, but I want to be careful that I don't drive you into Photoshop because it's only a subscription basis now. Now, I personally don't like that. I'm not a believer in renting software. Never have been. And I don't want to I don't want to drive anybody into that kind of an expense. If you are a Mandelbulb 3D enthusiast and you're doing this on a regular basis and possibly even generating an income from your Mandelbulb 3D work, by all means, take a look at Photoshop and see whether or not it's something you want to invest in. It will do an excellent job. It's professional level. It's a steep learning curve, but you get what you pay for. And if you already have Photoshop, then that's probably what you should be using to prepare your image, your high-resolution Mandelbulb merged image. Your other option is GIMP. GIMP is an open source project. It's been around for a while. It's got a whole massive community that's behind it. It has really come a long way in in the time that I've seen it, and I do turn to it, okay, because it does some good stuff. It really does, and it's the investment, you can't complain about the investment. For the purposes of our merged application here, we could certainly go with GIMP and do all the work we need to do. We're not forced into Photoshop. All right. There's some others. There's a very nice one that I use on a regular basis, primarily for small stuff, maybe cropping or maybe file reduction. It's called View, and that is a nice all-around image editing software, but it's not as extensive in its capabilities as that you might find with Photoshop or even with GIMP. Now, there's others. There's lots of different ways nowadays to be able to edit a software. You can even get into color correction and image enhancement and quality work, even with a video editor such as DaVinci Resolve. It's got all that kind of capability there. If you're not doing a video, well, it's a little overkill, to be enhancing the quality of a single still, but you have it. You've got others. You've got On One. You've got some other. Well, there's even Adobe Lightroom, where you can do some image quality enhancements, but those are also focused on cataloging, all right, your images. So a kind of an easy, inexpensive go-to for some image quality editing would be GIMP. All right, and let's fool around with GIMP and see what we got here. So here's a website here. I just put in GIMP download, and it takes me right here. If I go here, this takes me over to the Microsoft Store where I can download it. All right, and I can download it and install it. And so it's a pretty good program. It does a lot of good stuff. They keep up on it, and it's good. So let's see if we can use GIMP just so that I don't inadvertently drive you into making an investment in something like Adobe Photoshop. Okay. So let's do this. Let's open GIMP. Well, let's get GIMP running here. Okay, good. Now let's open up our image, get it into GIMP. I'm just going to play with the PNG for the time. Let's get it so that everything is well within your view on the screen. All right, we don't need this anymore. We don't need that. Let's get a nice clean screen here. All right. So here is my image. This is my image. This is what this is the PNG version. All right, that came out of the ImageJ merging software. It's pretty good, actually. As a matter of fact, it looks better here in GIMP than it did in that photo viewer. So actually, I feel I have even less effort that I need to put in to prepare this. But it is oversized for what we need. We know that. But it looks so good. I don't feel that I have much work to do at all. All right, but let's do some things. Let's go up let's go to colors. Let's take a look at levels. All right, so here's my level adjustment. Okay. Yeah. All right, now this is giving us a histogram. And a histogram is showing us the intensity of the pixels from the dark, the shadows, all the way to the highlights. All right, so these would be the darks over here, and these would be the highlights over here. Now you see all of a sudden I have a very steep spike right there all the way on the highlights. I could clip that off by adjusting this a little bit. I mean, here, I'll just go crazy here. You see what I'm doing to the image? All right, by adjusting my levels, I am on the left and the right, I'm actually clipping or compressing either the darks, the shadows, or the highlights. Now, here's my shadows down in here. If I adjust the levels, you see how I kind of darken everything by bringing the levels on the shadow side up. I'm actually darkening everything. I don't really want to do that. But you notice here with the histogram just kind of starts, oh, get my magnifier up here. How's that? The magnifier, here we go. All right, you notice how the shadows start right here. And so if I take my pointer and I come all the way down there and I just kind of put that pointer right where all of these shadows start, that gives me an adjustment where I'm beginning the whole shadow side right where the pixels actually have a brightness. If I come all the way, oh, I picked the wrong one here. All right, if I come all the way up here, you see this spike right here? I just want to clip that spike off. This is the highlight side now. This is the brights. And I'm going to kind of come over right about there Now that's too bright. Right about here. And what I'm doing is I'm clipping off the highlights because I don't want this. I don't want the highlights to be so bright that they're overwhelming. And so this is how I do that. All right, and right about there. Now right in the middle here, these are called the midtones. And I could even adjust that. You see, I mean, you see what I'm doing with my tones here? The blue all of a sudden went darker. That's why they call it midtones. All right, but I want to go right there. That's good. All right, now let's kill this magnifier here. So, and we can close our levels. So I think that I've got a really good what are called levels adjustment, where I have fine-tuned my image so that I have the best possible range from shadows to highlights. All right, let's end this session right here. We're running over time, and we'll come back. We'll pick it up, and we'll take a look at the curves. Okay, I'll see you in the next session.